Good morning, friends, and welcome to the vlog. You're probably hearing my breakfast going. I am cooking up some turkey bacon and having my usual oatmeal. But yeah, we've got a big week ahead of us. Specific to this week, my best friend is in town. We just had her, I have to sneeze. Anyway, my best friend is in town. We just celebrated her engagement over the weekend, but she's here the whole week, so we'll be hanging out today, and getting some dinner with friends. I'll do my open table as per usual. I have a knitting catastrophe. It's not a catastrophe, but I have a little knitting problem that I'm waiting to address until I get there and I can ask some people for some advice. It's very minor, so it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be a shorter vlog than usual, I think, which maybe some of y'all are like, yay. I'm like, yay, because I don't really like doing the over an hour situation, but last time I felt like I just couldn't stop yapping. And here I am yapping more. But I was saying that at the end of the week we're going camping, so I'll probably film that separate and make it its own little mini vlog. But yeah, I've got some things to take care of in terms of getting ready for our camping trip. It's just a one-nighter, but I need to prep some stuff. I gotta go to REI today to get more propane tanks. Another thing that I'm trying to accomplish this week is my book club book is The Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi by Shannon Chakraborty. It's my pick for April, but I haven't started it yet. I'm planning to start today, and I want to get at least a majority of the way through it this week, because our meeting is May 1st, so I have like almost 2 weeks, a little under, to get it done. Anyway, those are the main goals for specifically this week. Other than that, last week, a couple of my friends and I, like seriously, we had a big coming to Jesus, or whatever you want to say, and we are locking in. I know that's something that people are like, okay, after this I'm locking in. After this I'm locking in. No, we are locked in. Past few days have been pretty good in terms of that, and what I mean by locking in is we each kind of went through different aspects of our lives, like different habits, lifestyle habits, eating, sleeping, exercise, financials, whatever it is. We just like laid out like what we want to accomplish. For me, I had a lot, and it's gonna sound like too much, and you're like gonna be like, Kim, be realistic. But I think I am. It's just that like, it's just a lot that I do want to change. A lot of it revolves, it's all cyclical, it's all related pretty much, but a lot of it does revolve around my sleep schedule. So at night, I've been trying to like set a hard and fast rule of like, at 10 p.m., I'm putting my phone on the other side of the room, in our bedroom. At that point in the night, I'm allowed to go to sleep, or I can read a physical book. No screen time. Obviously there's some exceptions, like, you know, if we have like events or whatever that like keep us out later, like if we're gonna go see a later movie and the movie ends at 10:20, like I'm not gonna walk out of the theater at 10 o'clock and be like, I can't have any more screen time. But just generally I wanna build that habit, and like I don't wanna give any exceptions of like, oh, well, it's the weekend, so like I can scroll on TikTok for a little longer. Like, no, like even if it's a Friday night, I need to put my phone on the other side of the room, and just like, until I can like really maintain that habit, like I'm not gonna let myself slip with the scrolling at nighttime. It just really affects my sleep and my mental health and just everything. So that is one of the big ones. That leads into the morning time, where I want to make a concerted effort to get up out of bed and stay out of bed, not lay back down at 7 a.m. That one's a hard one, but it definitely depends on, you know, the night before of going to sleep and not having screen time. So I have been doing okay with that. This morning I like ended up sleeping in a little till like 8 because I had a headache, but it is what it is. I still made the effort. But yeah, even if I'm not gonna do like a full-on lifting workout or whatever at 7 a.m., that's like the main goal. But even if I'm like not feeling up to it, I should go for a walk. I should do some rebounding. I should do some morning stretches. I could do some ab work. Just anything to like move my body, and not just like lay in bed, because I just feel worse when I do that. So yeah. But my goal is to lift 4 times a week. I've been really on a bad, like no routine basically with my lifting for a few months now. Like I had been getting back in it, but then it's just like, I feel like I just keep falling off, and like I'll do like a really good week and then like I'll not, you know, lift for like a whole week because I don't know why, because my back, because whatever. So I need to do a better job of like not over exerting myself to where like I feel like I can't do it afterwards, but then also still, I'm turning off my stove, but also still, you know, trying to get those 4 times a weekend. I feel like 4 is very realistic, especially with how I split my my exercises. So yeah, trying to do that, and then any day that I'm not working out, I need to just like do cardio and abs no matter what. And then I want to go for a 30-minute walk every single day, no matter if I worked out, no matter if I've done yard work, no matter if I've done yoga, no matter what. I need to go for a 30-minute walk, both for my sake, to get some fresh air and get steps in, for Bentley, because he needs to get his steps in too. Skincare, I've like not been on a good routine. I love skincare, and it's usually something that's like a ritual for me, and I love doing it morning and night. But I think because my sleep schedule has been like I just haven't been on a good skincare routine, so I'm trying to get back to that. And then eating wise, right now I'm not setting like hard and fast rules of like extreme cutting out of this or that. I think generally like I just naturally do a pretty good job of trying to get my protein, get my fiber. I can definitely do better, and I obviously like have sweet treats here and there, whatever. I've been making an effort over the past few years to like cut out a lot of processed foods in general, but especially like processed sugars. Just not good for you, obviously, but I'm not making any hard and fast rules yet about that. One of my main things though is I have been getting a lot of Chick-fil-A just out of convenience, especially when Ian's going to the office, and it's a day where like I just want to pick up something on the way home from dropping him off, and I don't feel like making anything, so I need to do some like breakfast meal prep. I need to get back on making like my chia seed puddings, or some like breakfast burritos I can put in the freezer to just like pull out when I need it. So yeah, saving money there and not eating fast food constantly. Like I was going weekly, multiple times a week. So those are kind of my main things to focus on right now. Like I said, I know it sounds like a lot, but it kind of all feeds into each other, and I think it is attainable. My friends and I that discussed our personal goals have been very supportive, and we are sending each other updates throughout the day, morning and night, just what we accomplished, and you know, little wins. So keeping the positivity and the positive talk going, words of affirmation, all that good stuff. It really does make a difference, and I think, yeah, just having people that are trying to achieve similar goals for themselves, or even if it is different, just like holding each other accountable and encouraging each other is really important. So that was a long rambly spiel. I'm gonna have my breakfast now, and I will update y'all later. I'm tempted. They're the Loa Renegade.
It's like
in my size. I don't know, it's kind of cute. Yours is cute. Shirt, square shirt.
Torso.
Torso, chest, pecs, boobs.
Body. Shirt.
Clothes.
Getting dressed in the morning.
Getting dressed.
Outfit.
Outfit.
Wardrobe. Coat.
Top. Helmet.
Sweater. Helmet.
Hood. Hoodie. Sweatshirt. What does this sound like?
Biker outfit. Gloves.
Garments.
Motorcycle. I don't want to know that.
Put clothes on.
Motorcycle. Barrel. You had helmet. Okay. Gloves.
Suit.
Your armor.
Armor? Nice.
Bird.
Wait a minute.
Salve. Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay. Strong.
Jim.
Muscle man.
Mario.
Mustache. Strong man. Strong.
Bodybuilder?
Weightlifter. Bodybuilder.
Strength.
Power builder. Strong.
Man. Gentleman. Soldier.
Strong man. Old.
Man.
Bro.
Bro.
Man.
Boy.
Bear.
Me.
Asher. August.
Me? My name?
Ashley.
Lee.
Lee.
Mandy. Yes.
Hi friends, it is Tuesday. I didn't get in till like after 10:30 yesterday from dinner and hanging out with my friends. So then I probably like didn't get to sleep until I don't know when, probably close to midnight or something after I got ready for bed and everything. But, so I didn't do any reading last night, and then I was having like a really stressful, scary dream that felt like it lasted forever. And basically like in the dream, I was like kidnapped and brainwashed to believe like this other man was my husband, and then he like got rid of Ian. And then by the time I realized, like, Ian was gone and I was like really stressed and it was a whole thing. But anyway, so I like woke up very like afraid and stressed out. So I let myself sleep in until like 8. But I've had a little bit to eat and I think I'm gonna go for a walk, or try to. It looks like it might rain here in a little bit. But I wanna try and get some steps in, get Bentley out for a walk because he didn't get out for one yesterday. And then I need to lift. I feel up to it, but today is leg day. My butt is still sore from doing glutes a few days ago, but I'm gonna power through. And then yeah, just shower, have some lunch, and then at 2 I have my open table. I have a little oopsie that I will show you in a bit that I need some advice on resolving. It's not that bad, but it's just something that I would like a second set of eyes on. So this is the little raglan tee that I've been working on. And I'm almost at the point where I'm gonna separate off for my sleeves. But a few rows back, I know when this happened, I was doing my make one left increase, and my yarn kind of got twisted on itself when I was picking up the bar to make the increase. And I like thought I got it untwisted enough, but I think I ended up picking, well, I know I ended up picking up an extra stitch. You can kind of see where it looks a little wonky. So now I have an extra stitch that I don't need in this pass through here. This would be like the back of the body. But yeah, so I'm trying to just decide how I'm gonna decrease, if I'm just gonna like knit 2 together in the middle of here or what. So I'm gonna ask the teacher that works at the yarn shop what he recommends. Again, it's a pretty minor mistake. I'm not gonna rip it back all the way to there just to like drop that stitch, but I think, yeah, just making a decrease in here is gonna be the best option. But other than that, it's going well. It fits, my head fits through it fine. And yeah, I'm just excited to get it done with. Hello friends, I am back from my open table and I picked up Ian because he was ready to come home, but I made good progress. I think I mentioned before I had a little oopsie where I had accidentally picked up a stitch, and the teacher that works at the local yarn shop confirmed 2 of the options I was floating, of either just decreasing or not picking up one of the stitches for the sleeves. Alternatively, I could have earlier, if I had been on a increase row, I could have just not done the increase, but I was already at the point where I was ready to separate off from my sleeves, which I did. But yeah, so he was saying, you know, if it's in the front or if it bothers you, like, he would probably opt for the not pick up or pick up one less for the sleeve, just so that you don't see the textural change with the decrease. But my oopsie's in the back of the garment, and I also just don't care that much. I feel like I can't really notice it, and it's like in the armpit area. So I just knit two together near the armpit, and no one ever has to know except for us. Like I literally, when I did it, I looked and I like could barely see it. So I doubt anyone's gonna be looking at my armpit and being like, you made a decrease when you weren't supposed to. So yeah, now I'm just kind of cruising along. This next portion is basically from like my armpit to like under my boob, and then I start the ribbing for the rest. I think I am going to be playing a dangerous game of yarn chicken once I get to this part. I say that, but it's like this pattern, you kind of just make it to the length you want. And also once I block it, it will stretch a little bit. So if I have to call it quits a little earlier, I don't think it'll be the end of the world, as long as it's like, there's actually, you know, enough to work with and make a torso, or, you know, the body of it. Which there will be, because I just started this little cake that I wound, and I have, I'm pretty sure, a full other one. And the sleeves aren't much, it's like very minimal what you add to the sleeves, so I don't think it'll be too bad. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much the update on that. We're just having a chill evening. Ian's working out right now, so I'll probably get started on dinner here in the next like 30 or so minutes. I think I'll probably go move to the couch and put on Hacks. I think I showed you on my last vlog, I literally binge watched the first 2 seasons in 2 days. They're short episodes and not that many episodes per season, but I'm now in the middle of the 3rd season. I took a little break to do other stuff. So I'm gonna try and catch up on that because the 4th season is airing right now. So I wanna like be caught up soon. But yeah, other than that, I don't know what our plan is for the night, but I'm sure I'll end up reading before bedtime, and hopefully not have scary dreams tonight. And yeah, so I will talk to you all later. Bye. You're saying I have to do something?
Maybe. Just because like it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do right now. But there's a frog? Oh,
They're
there are
rats.
frogs in my world.
They're freaking rats, man.
Alright, interesting. So how does this work?
Do we both have to stand on this?
Yeah.
Whoa, look at my planet.
Oh, the trees are spinning. Trees?
Alright, go for it. Come on.
Me? Whoa.
Like, you there you go.
I think that did the trick.
I like your
Doesn't make
freaking
any
frogs,
sense to you.
guys,
Hopefully
more
it does
than
on my
this.
side.
Good morning. I'm trying to be a little quiet, and I'm sorry if you hear Ian in his meeting, but he's like non-stop meetings all day, so not really a breaking point. But anyway, what happened yesterday? We finished Split Fiction, which we've been playing for like, I don't know, I think we started over a month ago, but like we only play in short little spurts, and like we weren't playing like consistently for a while. But really good game. We did play It Takes Two, which is like from the same creators. It's just like a really fun co-op game, both of them. Highly recommend. I'm like personally not good at like those types of video games, or like video games that aren't just like Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, farming games. Like I like a cozy, easy game, maybe like a little bit of combat with like Terraria or Stardew Valley, but like very low stakes, not that intense. And I'm just like not great at like game mechanics, jumping, gauging like how far I can jump, whatever, things like that. That being said, sure, you probably saw me struggle a little, but I think that it's still like pretty friendly for people that like don't play a ton of video games like that. So either way, it's still a really fun game to play with a friend, a loved one, whatever. And I thought the story was great, the graphics were great. Yeah. Anyway, I'm making just a little bit of a breakfast. I'm just gonna have some cottage cheese and fruit and an egg for right now. But yeah, after that, it was still kind of early, and so we watched a movie that was like a little shorter, Millennium Actress, which is directed by Satoshi Kon, one of my favorite anime directors, and directors in general. I think his movies are just really, really amazing. This one wasn't my favorite of his. Still, Perfect Blue is like one of my favorite movies of all time in general, but like especially of his. But I still really enjoyed it, and I thought it was well done. So then we kind of got to bed a little late, and like I was just exhausted from doing my leg day yesterday. So like I literally only read like the intro and like the first short chapter of Amina, al-sirafi. So I think right now I'm just gonna have a little bit of breakfast, hydrate, kind of get ready for the day, and Bella's gonna come over at some point and just hang out. I do want to try and get a workout in. So yeah, and then we're gonna head over to like H Mart and the Vietnamese market and get some stuff and make some spring rolls for dinner. And yeah, that's kind of pretty much it. I think maybe I'll read a little bit before she comes so I can actually make some progress on the book. Can't really give too many first impressions just based off of the intro and first chapter, but I think I am gonna like it. I love pirate stories, and I think it's just gonna be a fun adventure. So yeah, I'm gonna have my little cottage cheese brekkie, like I said, and just chill for now, and then I will see y'all later. Also, I don't know if this looks any different to y'all, but I did make some good progress knitting last night while I was watching the movie. Like I showed you before, I had sectioned off my sleeves, and then this chunk is what I knit yesterday evening. Basically, I have like maybe 10 more rows or so. I'll have to keep trying it on as I go. But this like portion just like needs to cover my chest area, and then excuse me, then I will switch to doing just ribbing for the rest of the body. Again, I'm getting a little nervous. This is all the yarn I have left for this. So the sleeves don't take much. It's a short sleeve, so it will literally just be a few rows here. But yeah, I'm getting a little nervous, but we will persevere. And like I said, with blocking, it will stretch a lot, so maybe I can depend on that. We'll see. We're in this weird angle because I accidentally left my camera on, and so the battery died, and you're plugged in right now. But I ended up just watching more Hacks. I finished season 3, so I'm on the current season right now. And I just knit for a little while. I didn't end up going to work out because I've worked out like in terms of lifting like 2 days in a row now. And I think I just need to let my body recover. Like I could probably push it, but I don't think I would like perform my best. So I'd rather like let my muscles, you know, regenerate, relax for a minute. I was feeling kind of ugly, so I put on fun pants. I feel like that's the cure-all. I also tied bows to these. I don't know if you can see that. And yeah, I'm gonna run to H Mart and then this little Vietnamese market to get some stuff for tonight / our lunch. I think I'm gonna pick up a banh mi. And that's the plan. Bella's gonna come over after, and we're just gonna hang out, play games, you know, chill, and make our spring rolls. And then, sorry, the allergies, pollen is getting me. And then we'll probably watch Survivor later. So yeah, that's the day. I'll see you later. I don't know if I'm gonna bring you into H Mart because I don't feel like charging you in my car. Okay, bye. I'm about to get chopping on this. We got all our veg, our herbs. I was lazy and honestly it's just easier, but I got the pre-sliced scallion. Just saves me the extra hassle. And yeah, I gotta make up some sauces. Oh, that reminds me, I need to pull out the Thai chilies from the freezer. Use for that, and then also these are just snacks for later, but I always like trying the different like Asian lays that they have, and this week they had a couple that I haven't had. This roasted garlic oyster, and then I got one of these cucumber ones for Bella to try, and I got one for us, and I always get these. They just are good. I don't know how to explain them, but they're just good. But I don't think I've had the teriyaki flavor before, so I'm trying those as well. But yeah, just gonna get stuff prepped. I think it's about to storm here. Hopefully it passes quickly and then we can go for a walk. Little Bentley needs to get some exercise in. So yeah. Yeah, and I forgot to highlight this tofu that I get at this little Vietnamese market. This one's called fungus tofu, but it's like mushroom, and then there's a lemongrass chili. Literally, it's crazy. Each block is only $2. And it's like already fried, seasoned, whatever. I feel like you could go to the store and buy like a raw block of tofu and it costs like more than $2. So it is a steal and I love slicing it up, especially for our spring rolls. Doing the when you ask your tour guide.
360 bacon, special egg.
Yep. Yeah, 360. It's good stuff. Ian's fighting in the background.
Sometimes I get rainbow sherbet, but
I like them all though, but I just like the banana split. There's a novelty about it. I'm gonna go maybe some lettuce first to like create the barrier. Oh yeah, that was a good wrap.
good work. Picture perfect.
Pixel Perfect starring
No.
Mickey Ullman. Of course I'm depressed. This is the most depressed I've been in all my 200 million years.
Let's go to yay!
Everyone, this serious. Oh no, the colossal high school girl is on the other side of the wall, isn't she? They really like doing Attack on Titan references.
So silly.
If it was a prank, then they would have done it in a more obvious spot, not in the grass. There's nothing more depressing than an unnoticed prank. It's like a titty no one wants to fondle. Hello friends, it is midday on Thursday. I got up early to play Danganronpa with my friend Elisa in Japan. And then we played for like 3 hours from 7:30 to 10:30, and then I like literally just laid in bed after that for like another hour and 30 minutes. Like I wasn't sleeping, I was just on my phone, and like I had to go to the bathroom so bad, but I had like zero energy or will to move. I think I'm like in my luteal phase right now, so I'm just like very low energy. Like last night, I didn't do anything that strenuous yesterday. I was just like still recovering from my leg day, like I said, but like I didn't do anything crazy yesterday. I went for a walk with Bella. I just ran errands and stuff. I guess just like the mental strain of prepping everything, I don't know, but I just like immediately after she left, like I was like, oh my god, I have to go to bed. I like made it 10 pages of reading before I just like passed out. Anyway, I'm chopping up a bunch of green onion right now because I'm making some miso soup for lunch, and then I have some kimbap left over from stuff I got yesterday. And then I'm going to make myself work out because I don't honestly know if I'll have the time or energy to do it tomorrow because we're leaving for camping early afternoon. And I still have things to prep. I need to go to the grocery store today and get stuff to prep. And yeah, so I don't know, it's just kind of busy and chaotic, and I feel like I haven't done anything, but I finally got up, so I'm nourishing myself, I'm hydrating, I'm gonna work out, and hopefully have some more energy. Bella and her sister are coming over again for dinner tonight. We're just having more spring rolls and whatnot. And I've made like a double batch of the miso soup, so if anyone wants that, they can have that too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sad to say I don't have many reading updates. Like I said, like I only read like 10 pages last night, and I hadn't even gotten that far to begin with everything else. So yeah, not my most productive, but it is what it is, and I will catch you later. Bye. Okay, also I got a piece of exciting mail just now. It's my Fairy Loot edition of Kiki's Delivery Service. I obviously have a very strong attachment and fondness for the Ghibli film by the same title, but I honestly didn't know that there was source material in the form of a book. I'm guessing it's a children's book. So I've never read it, but I'm looking forward to it. Also, just, I mean, the illustration is spectacular. Let's take off the dust jacket and look. It also has the sprayed edges, which I'll show you here in a moment. Oh, it's lovely. I'm trying not to ruin it, but it's lovely underneath as well, the nighttime scene. And then, I don't know if you can see that well, but the sprayed edge basically just has like her as it was on the front, but inside also, it looks like every chapter has some little illustrations. It's so precious. So I think it'll just be a cute little read. Oh my god, Tombo. And probably something that I'll enjoy with my children, and they can have both the book and the movie, because if I had known there was a book when I was little, I probably wouldn't have read it because I was illiterate as a child. But, oh, it's so cute. Sorry, I can't stop gushing over the little illustrations. It's so sweet. I do have the Fairy Loot Howl's Moving Castle books as well. And they had released, I think this year, the pre-order for the rest of the, I guess, trilogy, that's what you want to call it, as a set. So I already own the Howl's Moving Castle one, and then there's Castle in the Air, is that what it's called? Anyway, and then House of Many Ways. So I don't remember when those are coming in, but I'm excited to have the full set, and it'll be my little Ghibli collection. Friday morning. I don't have a ton of time to chit chat. As you can see, I'm getting all of our stuff together for our little camping trip. So I gotta gather all of the sleeping bags or grill or sleeping pads, all that junk. And yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. Last night we just had a repeat of the night before and did more spring rolls with Bella, and then I passed out like really early again. Like, I don't know, I guess working out and just everything going on, I've been tired, I don't know, which is I guess a good thing, but like I literally like only read like 10 pages and then passed out again. So it is what it is. I'm not like mad about it. But yeah, also this is I don't know if I'm showing you this. I got a new pack, just a day pack. It's a 24 liter, I believe, yeah. I have like a big backpack that I don't love, mostly because it's made for a man, so it sits on me weird. And then I have a small 16 liter that's like okay for like shorter hikes, but for like a true day pack where like I'm doing a long hike and I want to bring food, or if there's like a water feature and we're getting wet so I want to bring a towel, just in general, like I want to have something a little bigger, but that's not quite full backpacking size. So Ian got this as an early anniversary present to me, since the REI sale was going on a couple weeks ago. Anyway, that was just an aside, but then I'm just like transferring some stuff over. I need to get my what's it called, my water bladder out of the freezer and fill it. And then I have everything charging, our camp light or tent light. I didn't realize until after I bought it, but my headlamp is not rechargeable. It requires AA batteries, which is fine. We have a bunch, but in the future I would like to get one that's rechargeable. The one I got Ian is rechargeable. I like the light itself. It puts out a good amount of light and it's comfortable, but anyway. And then I ran a couple errands, got some like s'more stuff. I need to get firewood still. I tried to go to Lowe's and they only had like fancy hickory smoke firewood that like cost a lot. So I'm gonna try and go to Ace Hardware and get some stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sad to say I didn't make much progress with amina al-sirafi, which was pretty much my main goal this vlog, or at least specific to this week, but that's okay. I'm hoping to get some reading done this weekend, and then I still have like until Thursday to finish for book club. But yeah, then yeah, my other main goal was to, you know, all my lifestyle goals that are like more the long run, not specific to this, but I did work out 3 times this week. I obviously just don't have time this morning to get my 4th one in, but I'm hoping to do it when we get back, maybe on Sunday, which I think is for the best anyway, because I'm on glute day now and I'd rather my butt not be destroyed before we do some hiking. So yeah, I think it all works out. And in terms of waking up and nighttime routine, it's still a work in progress. I've just had like some really busy days, and just like, yeah, needed to recover. So I think that's more reevaluating like when I set my bedtime to, and yeah, but I mean, still getting up like relatively early and proud of my progress. So I'll take that as a win for now. But yeah, I'm going to get all this put away and then maybe if I have time do a trial run of setting up the tent, because I honestly haven't set up the tent in a while now. It's not that hard, but I don't know, I'd rather like practice if I can. So we'll see. I have less than an hour before I need to like get going so I can go get the firewood and everything and then pick up Ian and go. I already dropped off Bentley with Ian's parents. And yeah, I feel like I'm just running around with like a chicken with my head cut off, but it'll be fun and I will enjoy it once we get there. So yeah, let me do this and I will check in with y'all later maybe. If not, thanks for watching the vlog.